Hi guys, welcome to Tarot in the Park. My name is Louise, and I'll be your tarot reader today. Thank you for joining me. And this is going to be a reading for anyone who feels like they've just stepped through a really powerful portal intentionally after a lot of opposition. So if that's you, then this reading is for you. If that's not you, then maybe this isn't the reading for you, and you should continue on and look for another reading. That's okay. So before I start, I had a few channeled messages on the way over here. You've, for your entire life, been breaking karmic loops, and this gave you keys to your next higher timeline, and you kept doing that again and again and again. And every single time it was something that you wouldn't expect. And for you, it was a game. It was like, it became a game because you had to look at it that way, with curiosity, almost from like a childlike wonder. And this really helped you because it kept you, I don't want to say enjoying it because it's never enjoyable, but it kept you grounded. And it allowed you to see things from a different perspective. Now, this last timeline that you jumped onto, it was really important. And you probably feel this deep down, but you're not really sure if this is the last one. And I want to tell you that this is the last karmic tie that you've tied up that has now pushed you onto a timeline where you won't have to be tying up karmic timelines anymore. Karmic relationships. This higher timeline is aligned with your higher self. You are your higher self now, here on the physical plane. Just give me a moment. Sorry, I had to pause it for a moment. There are other people around me, so it might get a little noisy at times. So I also got the message of you knew that there was another test coming. But this one was really tricky because it actually turned out to be something that you'd already experienced. And the test was to recognize that it was something that you'd already experienced rather than learning something new like you had in the past. So demons will do this thing where they trick you. And this time, the trick was that it wasn't supposed to be something new because you had already figured out that there was going to be something new to trick you. And you had your eye on something new. So that's why they gave you something that you already knew. And I'm just reading from these still. So in a moment, I'll give you a little bit more and we'll channel a few messages. So this gave you discernment and allowed you to let go of the guilt in using that discernment around new people that come into your life, new situations that come into your life. It allowed you to empower yourself. You no longer have pity for people who choose a lower timeline, because you know that when you cut these people off or these situations off, whatever it is, habits, mindsets, something better comes in to take its place. So those are the messages that I had from what I wrote on the way here. So I was also told to use this book. I spotted it in another tarot reader's reading and recognized the book, and I was like, wait, I haven't read that one in a while. So I wanted to pick it up and start reading it, but then I also remembered that there's a thing called bibliomancy. So we can flip to a page and get some sort of answer for you. So I want to ask, what is it that my collective needs to know right now when starting this new timeline? What's something they need to keep in mind? So what is this law? Concentrate your forces. Interesting, because this is the timeline where you're now able to manifest at a really incredible rate. And this is law 23, which is 5. So 5 is the number of change. So concentrate your forces on change. Observance of the law. The Rothschild banking family had a humble beginnings in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany. The city's harsh laws made it impossible for Jews to mingle outside the ghetto, but the Jews had turned this into a virtue. It made them self-reliant and zealous to preserve their culture at all costs. Mayor Amschel, not sure if I'm saying that correctly, the first of the Rothschilds to accumulate wealth by lending money in the late 18th century, well understood the power that comes from this kind of concentration and cohesion. So what I get from that is that now you're going to have a spirit family, your soul family, anyone that you feel is in that grouping of people that you trust, that have proven themselves trustworthy. And you guys will all come together and use your powers, because you all have powers, to do certain things. And whether that be like a specific thing, or you each have a thing that you need help with, that's how that's going to come together. So it's almost like it always also reminds me of Napoleon Hill's explanation of the mastermind. So maybe you're going to be meeting a mastermind group where each one of you is like a piece of a group. Each one of you has a part of you that is, when it comes together, it's like a whole. And you're able to solve things at a rapid rate because you're all connected to source. So that's kind of cool. That's a cool message. Let's see what the tarot has to say. So that's cool. You're going to be having your soul family coming in. And I have a feeling this is going to be coming in very quickly. So what other messages do we have here? What other messages do you have for the collective? What other messages do we have for the collective? Whew. King of Wands and Nine of Cups. So you're going to be the true meaning of abundance. It's like you're sitting on your throne here, and there's a salamander, and I think the salamander was, oh God, what was it? I read it recently. It was something about like protection in fire energy. Something like that. So maybe there's something that you're creating here and it's protected. And Two of Swords. And the Four of Wands. So whatever it is that you're creating here, it's going to lead to abundance. So be really careful of your thoughts right now. Choose the right thoughts. Chop off all those old branches in your mind. Pay attention to anything that feels off. Maybe you have some old mindsets around abundance, around making money. Look up poverty mentality, and look at specific thoughts surrounding poverty mentality. And take the leap of faith. You're really being called to take the leap of faith, and I think you're taking it, because this is right next to your Four of Wands and the Two of Swords, so it's like you're making this choice to take the leap of faith. And contrary to what other people might be perceiving it as, because I have this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's not going to lead to your downfall, although it might feel like it in the 3D. In the 5D, it's actually going to lead to your abundance, and you can see in the 5D now. It's like you've been given an extra set of goggles, like spy goggles. So, I don't know why I said spy goggles, but that's kind of funny. I mean, the High Priestess came in, so it's like you can see into the etheric realm, and you're just this magical being. Eight of Cups. And you're traveling in the dark. And it seems so dangerous to other people, but you've proven time and time again that this is where your power lies, and that's why you're doing it. And they're starting to see it. And if they're not starting to see it, I think other people feel how powerful it is. Wow, justice. Because justice is on your side. It's like there's nothing you can't conquer. You got the Emperor, and it did fall in the reverse. So why did the Emperor fall in reverse? I think these are other people's fears because of the Queen of Pentacles also falling in the reverse. And although this is like earth and fire, different energies, I almost feel like you're combining all these different elements into one. Because you keep in mind the other element of spirit. It's like people think there's only 4 elements, but there's a 5th element, the element of spirit. And you also got the Empress, which is one of the most abundant energies in tarot. You have this higher knowledge. And you're ready to start creating anything that you put your mind to. So really focus on what it is that you want to create. And don't be so guarded. Do it with an open nature. Don't be afraid of what people think. There's always going to be opposition, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Because you know now that you're not alone. And I got the Lovers in reverse. You've got love on your side. And there is a snake here in the background, but I don't think that it's like this is everything is just fading into the background. All these things that are trying to keep you back, they're no longer part of this new timeline that you're on. Like, this new timeline that you're on is in a different realm that these energies can't even impact because they have no say in it. They don't vibrate high enough to even touch it. Death. And there's something behind death. What's behind death? 8 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, like, you don't mind waiting for things, and for this, you're going to be rewarded because you've realized and you've known all along that it's the process that matters more than the result. But that's why you're getting the result. Because you've taken your time to build something very slowly, brick by brick, on a solid foundation. And that thing that you've built is you. You've built yourself, brick by brick. Is there anything else that we need to say? Is there any other messages? Queen of Wands and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this is no longer superstition. It's become reality. And I think it's not only become reality for you because you've always trusted in it. So it kind of always was part of your reality. But you're starting to show people that they can believe in this reality too. And that it isn't just a figment of their imagination. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I always thought magic wasn't real, or it was just like make-believe. And then when I grew up, I realized that no, it's actually real. And people just label it as that because they want to disempower other people from manifesting and from becoming this incredible person that they can be. Learning to transmute that energy, the dark energy, the light energy, using everything as a tool towards this, like, towards your potential and your potential to impact the world in a positive way. Yeah, you've definitely got people coming in here who have had similar experiences. It's like they might look not like what you would expect, but you recognize them. And these could be people that are from a past life. Maybe they're people also that you signed a contract with. But it was like a contract where it's not a karmic contract. It's like one where it was like a just in case contract that no one expected you to get to. But it was like in case you both get to this point and you've both gotten to this point, or this group of people that you're going to be meeting have gotten to this point, you've all broken these karmic ties, all of them. You become unstoppable. You've broken the shackles of sadness, of guilt, all these low vibrational feelings. you're all here for the same reason. You're all here to give a message. And that message is not through words, but through actions, through example. To show people how to live life in a powerful way instead of a disempowered way, because this is the reality that we're living in is very disempowered, and everyone complains about how trapped they feel, and I totally get it, but you're here to show people they don't have to feel that way anymore, that it is in their control if they only focus on it, on the things that they can control, the things they can change, the things they can grow, what they can sow, and their gifts, because everyone has a different purpose here on this planet. Everyone's special. On the flip side of this, you're no longer giving your energy away freely because you realize how precious it is. So there are certain things that you're willing to give freely, and then there are other things where you keep them very close to your heart. And I think that is key to staying powerful, because that's a form of self-love. You're giving back to yourself. You're giving back your powerful energy to yourself. You're letting go of worries. The worries around what if someone doesn't accept what I have to give them. There's something around that. It's like some sort of wounding that you healed around people not accepting your cup of love, of maybe they just didn't make you feel special. It's like you're joyfully protecting yourself. 7 of Wands. Maybe 7 is really important to you. Number 7. 7 of Cups. There's something to do with this number 7. 777 might be a number you could look up. Page of Wands in reverse. You're no longer looking at anything as impossible. It's like, it's the opposite. Anything is possible. Any other messages? Any other messages? It's like you've become your true self. You've let go of resentment. My God, you've forgiven anyone who has tried to stop you. And this has given you all of your power back. 7 of Swords. So we had, so 7, 7, 7. So you got 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups, and 7 of Swords. What's missing here? Pentacles? 7 of Pentacles. So your pentacles are coming in. Your abundance. Anything else, Spirit? That room for growth it's unlimited now. Like, the sky isn't even a limit for you. It's like you create the sky now. You create whatever you want to create. Judgment. Because you deserve this. Because you've been so open and vulnerable, and every step of the way, even when you've been hurt, you've loved people with open arms, and you've accepted them for who they are. And that was the moment when you let them go. You've accepted them and understood exactly where they are on their journey and what they're willing to do. And you've understood and let go. And you've done this time and time again. Because I'm seeing all sorts of people here. Young, old, male, female. So you've done this for lifetimes. You've proven yourself for lifetimes. This has been coming again and again for lifetimes. So maybe these are lessons that you continually have been learning. And that's why you're so tired now. But there's like this excitement. I've been feeling so much excitement lately. And it's like this outpour. It's this outpour of love. Something's changed. 3 of Cups. It's so joyful. It's like a forever summer for you now. It's time for you to step in. Oh. It's time for you to step in to whatever you feel is like. I'm getting divine feminine. So regardless of how you identify, it's time for you to step into like this divine feminine energy that you've always been guarded. You've had to guard yourself, but now you realize that it's not just you guarding it, and that you don't actually have to guard it, because you can trust yourself, and there's no more disappointment here. There's only joy. It's funny because I also got the 5 of Cups beside it. And in this one, you can see that there are 3 cups spilt over. And on this one, they're rejoicing with those 3 cups that have spilled. It's like they're thankful for these 3 cups that spilled over. And each of them are holding a cup. So you're realizing that it wasn't just you there all along, that you had spirits around you holding those cups every time they spilled. You were never alone. So I think this could have been your ancestors also. And I get the sense also with 7 of Pentacles coming out. Look at that. You got 4 7s. So look that up. 4 7s in a row. That you've been sowing seeds of abundance, even though you were going through hardships. Because behind him are mountains. It's like you've been climbing mountains. But you've also been patiently sowing these seeds. You've been so generous to the people around you. And whether or not they've been thankful of it, which I'm getting for the most part, there have been a lot of selfish people that have just taken. But it's because of this genuine gift that you've given without expecting anything back. That's why you're getting the same kind of treatment back. It's beautiful. Just like you. You're really beautiful to have done this. And I'm getting shivers right now. So I really hope that you're feeling this love from the universe. And I apologize for the noise in the background. My neighbors are playing. I've been having so much joy seeing kids just being kids lately. And with this Knight of Swords, I I feel like you no longer feel like you're running out of time. You feel like time is non-existent. And that divine timing is all that's real. That's the only thing that's actually real. Everything else is just an illusion. I'm also getting a lot of sixes. 6 of Wands in the reverse. I get a really good feeling about the 6 of Wands in reverse, even though it's in reverse. It's like this, I get a lot of like protective energy around that. Anyway, it's getting a little loud out here, isn't it? I think I might cut it off here. But it was great connecting with you guys. Maybe let's pull a final message. Actually, no, you know what? Let's get a final message from the 48 Laws of Power, because it's such an incredible book, and I have yet to finish it, but every single time I've read it, it's so good. So, Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power. Check it out. It's very cool. This book is amazing if you want to use your power for good. Because, I mean, obviously there's a lot of really shitty people and people that are evil who have read this book. And some of them just know these kinds of rules because they're really manipulative, and it just comes really naturally to them, especially if they're tapping into really dark forces. These dark forces know about these laws. A lot of them. So get this book, or there's also an audiobook version of it online on YouTube, actually. So you could look it up. So let's get one final message. Angels, spirits, and guides. Let's get one final message for my collective. What is it that they need to know? In the end, though, their arguments convince only a few and offend a great deal more. The reason arguments do not work is that most people hold their ideas and values without thinking about them. There is a strong emotional content in their beliefs. They really do not want to have to rework their habits of thinking. And when you challenge them, whether directly through your arguments or indirectly through your behavior, they are hostile. So 3322, as I look at the clock, maybe that's another number you should look up, but what I'm getting from that is whatever's going on around you, just don't even question it. Just say, yeah. Because I think that you're on a different level, and it seems like there's someone very hostile around you, and at this time you should just nod your head, agree, and in a matter of time, your world is going to be completely different for the better. And it's been great connecting with you guys. I'm really happy that you've joined me today. And until next time, if you like the way I read, make sure to like, subscribe, comment if you feel called to it, and I'll see you again. And also, if you're looking for a power ring, I have this guy right here. This is a real scorpion. I make these. I make jewelry. And yeah, so if you like this guy, it's going to be on my website. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. And yeah, very cool. I like this one too. It's carved in wax, and then I set these myself. Anyway, have a good day. It was nice connecting with you guys, and yeah, I'll I'll see you when I see you.